Hello, welcome to Comedy Demon. I'm Carl Donnelly. Today I'm joined by the very funny Russell Howard. Hello.
Hello.
You have a DVD out.
I do, yes.
What's it called?
It's called Russell Howard Live.
And you've got your tour at the moment. You're
Yes.
still on that. What city's been the weirdest one on the tour?
Bolton. You could hear people go, Southern prick. And it was just that thing of that level.
Why would they come out and see it?
I've no idea. It was really weird. It's been the only one that's been difficult, but it was unbelievably difficult. You know when you're kind of, I was aware that I sounded like that in their eyes. So, yeah. But everywhere else has been fantastic, you know?
If you had to be trapped overnight in a lift with one comedian, who would it be?
Can we count Stephen Fry as a comedian? Yeah, I'll have him, yeah.
Well, that would be a risky night.
Oh, well, I'd
That'd be good
happily,
fun.
yeah. I'd be getting rogered by Google.
And he's a big man. He'd be a nice hug afterwards.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll Shaq Fry. But no, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it, you know?
Who's the biggest knob in the world?
Who's the biggest knob in the world? It's amazing, 'cause you know when you try and like go, right, come on, brain. And it's genuinely true, there were two people swirling around in this weird vortex, and those people were Robert Mugabe and Noel Edmonds. And it was that thing of, you know when you kind of go, which one of you will win? And they were teasing me in my mind. I've got to go Mugabe, I can't go Edmonds.
What is the weirdest heckle?
I got punched in Eastbourne years ago when I was 20, this bloke punched me. Oi, are you shagging my wife? And lumped me, right? And I was like on the floor. And I went, no, I'm not! Like really angry. And he went, sorry, mate, I thought you were shagging my wife. Like that. And he left. And this woman walked out and I went, who are you? I'm his wife. And I was like, what can you have said that we weren't shagging? And then, later on, the guy that ran the gig rang up my agent and went, you just tell Russell, the bouncers saw that bloke that hit him later on in the kebab house and they beat the fuck out of him. So, all's well that ends well, like that.
Talk Mock the Week.
Okay.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah, hopefully. It depends with the new BBC compliance. I just did Live in the Apollo, and it's amazing how, like my set, you know, I'm quite down the middle, but there were loads of things that I wasn't allowed to mention because of recent news stories that you just think, who possibly is going to take offence to that? So hopefully...
What stories?
I just had this joke about, Jackie Smith had this thing called parental intervention. The government are going to teach parents how to wake their children up in the morning. And I was just like, how depressing is that? You know, that somebody would actually be going, if you set it to 7, it beeps, and the child wakes up. What do you use at the minute? And then I did an impression going, I hit them with a brick, like that. But then, you know, in light of recent stories, that instantly becomes, you know, bigger. When it's not even about that, it's about a failed government policy. There's a programme on TV at the minute called Hole in the Wall. Have you seen that?
You have to
where celebrities
make a shape.
You have to jump for a hole in the wall. That's more offensive, isn't it? With all the problems in the world.
One of them actually had, I think it was Sian Phillips, just on her back with her legs wide apart.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's more offensive than...
And Dale Winton go, have you got a strategy? I'll probably just jump through the hole in the wall, you know? I've got a new show called Gap in the Hedge, where people are just going to linger through.
It's just drunk guys. Just
That'd be great,
through a hole in a hedge.
For like really like proper like E-list celebrities, like Dean Gaffney for a hedge.
Cheers for talking to us, Russell.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. This has been Comedy Demon. That's been Russell Howard. Cheers. Bye.